Hey, Rob here for Quadratec. Adding a winch to the front of your Wrangler or Gladiator can increase your confidence level when you're headed off the pavement. It also ensures that you can get yourself out of a stuck situation and back to the trailhead at the end of the day. Now, most probably think that installing a winch on the front of your Wrangler requires the installation of a new expensive aftermarket bumper. But today, I'm going to show you two solutions from Carnivore that allow the installation of a winch whether you have the factory 3-piece stamped steel bumper or even the factory plastic bumper on your 18 and newer Jeep Wrangler JL or 20 newer Jeep Gladiator JT. So we can start by taking a look here at the winch mount for the factory plastic bumper. Now, this bumper was not designed to be compatible with a winch from the factory, but thanks to this innovative design, you can see it allows you to mount the winch up on top of the bumper utilizing 4 different mounting points, 2 of which actually replace the factory tow hooks found in that plastic bumper from the factory. Now you can see we also not only get the ability to mount the winch and the fair lead, but the Carnivore plastic bumper winch mounting plate also includes 2 heavy-duty recovery points, one on each side of the winch cradle. These are dual function recovery points, giving you a hook, which is going to allow you to easily and quickly attach a recovery strap, and also mounting provisions for attaching a 3/4 inch D-ring or bow style shackle with a 7/8 inch shackle pin to give you plenty of recovery points for both yourself or your buddies when you're spending a day on the trail. As you can see, the winch plate does feature a Carnivore logo, and it is finished in a great looking satin black powder coat finish to protect it from corrosion and help it blend in with the front of your Jeep perfectly. Now, getting this winch mounting plate installed is a pretty simple task. You'll start by first removing the lower air dam and then the factory bumper. With those out of the way, we'll start by attaching 2 of the L bracket mounting tabs to the inside of the frame rail. Next, we'll need to remove those factory tow hooks from the inside of your plastic bumper. This requires a simple disassembly, removing some of the cover plates over the fog lights, as well as the inner metal substructure. With that out of the way, we can pull those factory tow hooks out and replace them with the new mounting brackets, reassembling the bumper in the reverse order. Next, we can reinstall the bumper on the front of the Jeep, securing it in place, and finally we can mount that winch mounting cradle on the top of those 4 mounting tabs. Last, we can go ahead and install our winch to the top of the cradle along with our new fair lead, and you can see it's just that easy to get a winch installed on your factory plastic bumper on the front of your Jeep Wrangler JL or your Jeep Gladiator JT. Now, if your Jeep came from the factory with the 3-piece stamped steel bumper, Carnivore has a solution for you too. While the 3-piece stamped steel bumper is actually designed to be compatible with a winch, from the factory it was not supplied with any of the provisions to actually get the winch installed in the bumper or your fair lead mounted to the front of that bumper. The Carnivore winch mounting plate sets the winch down nice and low behind that steel bumper, giving you plenty of airflow through your Jeep's radiator and still plenty of access to your winch's clutch handle and your remote connections and power buttons. It also gives you an adapter plate to get your fair lead mounted to the front of the bumper. This plate is constructed from 1/4 inch steel and finished in a satin black powder coat finish. And just like with the plastic bumper version of the winch mounting plate, both of them are able to accommodate up to a 12,000-pound self-recovery winch. Now, getting the steel version of the winch mounting plate installed is actually a bit easier than the plastic version. Again, we're going to start by removing the lower skid plate and the bumper from the vehicle. With those out of the way, we can install the new winch mounting plate in between the frame rails, securing it with the provided hardware into 2 of the existing mounting points for the factory bumper. You can see that the plate is designed to sandwich between the bumper's mounting bolts and the front of the frame rails. One of the other nice things about the steel version of the winch mount is that it does allow you to install your winch before the bumper is installed, so you're not lifting one complete heavy assembly up onto the front of the Jeep. You can complete this job by yourself. Now, with the winch installed, before we can get the bumper back onto the Jeep, we need to get it ready to accommodate that winch by first removing the fair lead block-off plate as well as the winch block-off plate from the top of the bumper. We can then get the fair lead mounted to the front of the bumper with the adapter plate included with the Carnivore Winch mount. Now finally, we can reinstall the bumper on the front of the Jeep, finishing up the installation of your new winch in your factory 3-piece stamped steel bumper. Now, if you want to get more information or to purchase a Carnivore winch mounting plate for the factory steel bumper or the factory plastic bumper found on the 18 and newer Jeep Wrangler JL or 20 newer Jeep Gladiator JT, you can click that info button to head over to Quadratec.com. Of course, if you have any comments or questions about how to get your winch installed in your factory bumper, you can always leave those for me down in the comments section below or by simply heading to Quadratec.com. And as always, if you haven't already and you like these videos, do me a huge favor, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification icon so be sure to catch all of our latest videos. Till next time, I'm Rob. I'll see you out on the trail.